Previously on Beauty and the Geek, a player from each team had to switch sides, only to discover...
If your team loses this next challenge, you are automatically going home.
Oh, are you kidding?
Jillian's and Chris's fates were on the line as the teams played the first ever Beauty and the Geek Bowl. But a simple game of flag football quickly turned full contact.
I gave you instruction. Where were you?
Guys, one team, hey.
You grab my boobs, I'll kill you.
I didn't grab anything.
Somebody touched my boob, and all I see is John.
The Geeks' crushing defeat sent Jillian packing.
Tonight, this game is changing course. We're going to say goodbye to Beauties versus Geeks. Hello to Beauty and the Geek.
Their win on the gridiron gave the Beauties the power to choose their partners until it came down to one final decision.
Jonathan and Joe, you are the last two.
Who will Tara choose to be her partner? And which geek will leave the mansion immediately? Find out right now on Beauty and the Geek.
Jonathan and Joe, you are the last two. One of you will become Tara's teammate. The other one will be leaving the mansion immediately.
I'm not ready to leave yet because I have so much to learn and I don't like to quit things, so I want to, be here till the end if possible.
I'm dead scared. I'm nervous. I'm just as nervous and jumpy as can be. I'm sweating bullets. The fear is starting to kick in.
The person that I choose has a huge heart and has touched me in many ways. The person I choose is Joe.
Stay strong. You just made me the happiest man in the world. Baby girl. Thank you.
I was still so sad and so in shock. I just wasn't expecting it. There wasn't any mental preparation for me to let someone go, and I couldn't stop thinking about it.
All right, Jonathan, I do now have to ask you to leave the mansion, but I think I speak for everyone up here when I say good luck.
I'm looking forward to go home and see my mom.
My boy Jonathan is gone. I really wish the best for him. I think he has a lot of potential to grow and change, but I don't think he did enough while he was here to convince everybody that he was in this for the right reasons.
I'm just disappointed because I really wanted to show that I was more than just a geek. I think I was only able to show a tiny percentage of my full potential. So the real me is still waiting to be discovered.
When Tara said Joe, I didn't believe it at first. I was kind of frozen in the moment. It was an incredible relief. It was a breath of fresh air. A man only gets so many second chances in his life, and this is definitely my second lease on the game.
You excited?
Yes.
All right, come on. In the beginning, Jonathan was my pick up until something hit me, like a ton of bricks. My whole entire body went into like a shake. And I was like kind of like a gut feeling type thing, and just, it was like, I'm picking Jim. Put the conditioner and leave it in for like a minute and then rinse it out, okay? And it's gonna make your hair really beautiful.
So the difference between shampoo and conditioner is you're supposed to leave the conditioner in.
For like a minute, yeah.
Jim sleeps in the clothes that he wears today. Jeans, everything. Like, I'm not taking off. I'm just gonna lay here.
And then I'm gonna find you some pajamas so you don't have to sleep in your clothes.
I'm used to it.
No, but that's not good because you're in your clothes all day and it collects dust. So I guess you can sleep in that bed?
I don't have a problem with it if you don't.
Nope.
I'll try not to keep you up all night. I've been known to do that, I'm told.
He snores as loud as a train. It's like...
From what I'm told, the snoring issue is still a problem. We are on week 4 of the Great Snoring Crisis.
I know you're a piggy.
Oh, I'm not that bad.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
I am so not.
Yes, you are.
Says
Look, we're
who?
having our first lovers' quarrel.
What's our mission statement as a team?
To win.
Well, is that your goal?
Hello? I mean, not to be shallow, but that's the main goal, right?
I don't know if it's the main goal.
Well, whatever. It's one of the goals.
Thing is, I think that if we achieve what my goal is, winning will come as a side effect. My goal is just, get the most out of the experience, and if we really do that.
Good, and I can teach you. I think that we are a strong team, and I feel like I learn quick, and not that I know a lot of common things, but I feel like I can pick it up really fast. So if he could just teach me, I could memorize it.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, well, as you know, it is no longer Beauty versus the Geek. It's Beauty and the Geek. How was our first night with the new teammates?
No different.
Great.
Birds are singing, the stage lights are brighter, skipping my step.
You got your arms around Tiffany? I mean, this is a team. There is a spring in your step. You've never even smiled at me before.
I know, he's really happy.
It just feels so amazing. I know that I've affected someone because just by him smiling as much as he is, I know that I've affected him in a positive way.
Jason, did you learn anything about your new partner that you didn't know before?
Yes, I did. I learned that beautiful girls are willing to accept me and want to fight for me.
Aww.
So that was definitely a confidence booster.
Nice work.
A shot in the arm, absolutely.
So, this week's challenge is all about science.
Oh,
well,
I'm gonna lose.
Fortunately, with that vote of confidence, we should do well.
So, ladies, that means you're going to be learning all about geology, solar energy, the laws of physics.
Oh my gosh, this science challenge is definitely the hardest that we've had so far. It's my worst subject, and I didn't think anything could be worse than football, so...
You're going to choose one of 3 science projects, and then you'll present them at our very own Beauty and the Geek Science Fair. Now, geeks, you are going to be concentrating on the science of love, the laws of attraction, romantic chemistry. That's because you guys are going to become love gurus with Dr. Drew on his new radio show, Dr. Drew Live.
That's so fun.
You guys get to do physics, though.
This is dating and romantic advice. I don't give romantic advice. I take romantic advice. I beg for romantic advice.
The winners of each challenge, their team is going to be safe from elimination, and you'll have the power to choose one team to send to elimination. So, you guys are good?
Yeah.
You guys pumped? Sound like good challenges?
Sir, yes, sir.
Please, you're not in the military. I was in the military, and all that saluting and attention and at ease. You are not a colonel, you're not a captain. Stop!
As usual, your study materials right over there on the wall that'll get you ready for your next challenges. All right, I will see all of you tomorrow at your challenges.
I'm really nervous. I'm really not excited at all about the challenge. It would suck if I had to go home now. It would suck to be the first, the first couple eliminated.
The girls have a challenge on the science fair, and we had all these projects like physics and earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff, and that's me all the way.
Okay, we need 2 base plates.
Right in front of you.
2 base plates.
Check. The science project was to try to explain and elaborate on alternative fuel sources. All right, is it in?
Go really close.
Well, we'll be like the sun when it rises in the west or whatever.
East.
East.
Sets in the west.
Excuse me. My first choice would have been a volcano, but somebody had already snatched all those up, so my second choice was the earthquake, and I got that.
The center of the Earth is liquid.
It's the big red circle.
The big red sphere in the middle of the Earth is the liquid.
Chris knows everything there is to know about earthquakes. I have no idea how he knows all this stuff, but he seems to know every little detail. Wait, we live on the outside?
Yeah.
An elevator?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. It'll come across as much more creative.
We kind of thought out of the box. I don't just have the elevator that was in the picture, but we added a counterweight and kind of rigged it to where it works, and it's really awesome.
I feel that when you have something like a science project, it's always important that when you're helping someone else to do it, that it's theirs?
Earth may look like a marble, but it's not solid like marble. Instead, the Earth is more like a boiled egg made up of a number of different layers.
I think you got this. Keep going.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on a roll.
You're on a roll.
If we win them both, we could pick both teams to go.
I know, but that will make us a huge target for next time if we do that well.
Because then people will put us in.
Yeah, directly. Right now, my greatest concern would definitely be Chris and Kara, and then Jim and Tiffany.
Jim and Tiffany, really?
Just because of Jim. Jim, you look at that man's face. That is a science face.
I'm gonna look over the love advice book.
The girls basically just have to put on like a science show, and the guys just have to give advice on callers on love and relationships.
Romance comes from the Latin word romanticus.
I think that him reading the book is not going to help as much as me telling him. Callers aren't going to want to hear all this garbage. Like, they want to know the solution to their problem. They don't care.
This is interesting.
Well, they want to, like, know what they should do, you know?
We're approaching the 2-minute mark. At the 2.5, you'll take it out, and you'll see if it's shiny enough.
I figure Jason's like the egg man.
The egg expert.
I don't know who came up with the egg demonstration. Honestly, it just kind of happens.
Now I see what you're talking about. Oh, I get it now.
It's not gonna work. It was wishful thinking. Actually, it's not that bad. I just didn't do that good of a job.
I'm calling in because I've been sexually active with my partner for a few months. Sexually active means I've been having.
It means you've been having sex, Tommy.
Actively?
Yes.
No, passively. What do you think? Sarah, go ahead, continue.
My name is Sarah Lee, and I've been having sex with a guy for.
All you gotta do is say earmuffs, Sarah Lee.
Amanda, you need help.
They're not gonna say that stuff.
Yes,
they will.
are.
They might.
That's
Yeah, they
why.
really might.
Have you not read your material?
I tried to read him too close. He made me stop. He is just really, really uncomfortable, doesn't want to read about it, doesn't want to talk about it at all.
That's like when people are married and they step outside their marriage. Why would you leave sugar?
Randy's a good person to help me out on this challenge because she's been in relationships before. I think she has a lot of advice to give me.
Like they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
And she tells it to you even though you don't want to hear it.
Thank you. I got a feeling I'm gonna need this.
I think Joe's biggest challenge is to not run off topic and repeat the same thing 15 times in a row.
A lot of people aren't as smart as you, which means that you need to come down a couple like you're talking to me.
What I did was I gave him one of those little stopwatch timers, and I will listen to his responses, and he times them.
Men fundamentally, at the root of their consciousness, are looking to spread around their genes as much as they humanly can.
Well, why don't you just say they want to hook up with anybody they can? You don't have to say that.
At the core of things, men just want to hook up.
Exactly. That's good.
Well, here we are at the scientific event of the century. Let me introduce your judges, UCLA astronomy and physics professors, Matt Malkin and Alice Shapley. One by one, you're going to give them your presentation, and then they will decide which of you ladies is the science fairest of them all. Guys, you will be able to be with your beauties, but you can't talk or interact in any way, but you will be able to look on. All right, let's get started.
Hello. Hello. Yesterday, because we were all under such pressure to finish these experiments, it felt like we were all just going to erupt and just go crazy, kind of like a volcano. So all this intense heat builds up. Oh my gosh.
We spent so much time trying to get the volcano to look great and work. The speech was kind of, in a way, last minute.
To create a lineal model, I needed to add an X factor.
Spectacular volcano.
The global demand for electricity is presently 18 terawatts, which is 18 trillion watts.
Do you know approximately how many watts we need to have for every person on the Earth?
Assuming that one light bulb within your house is 75 watts, average family is 4, so 4 bedrooms. 4 times 75 is 390.
Over here, we have what represents magma, and these are tectonic plates. Convection currents cause the magma to move. Allow me to demonstrate by blowing.
You mentioned magma a number of times. What's it called when it flows out of the volcano?
Magma. Erupting magma.
We use oatmeal and cake mix to make it look like sand and like it's the island pretty much. My project basically better than everybody else's. I kind of wore my little dress. I was like, well, it looks kind of Hawaiian-ish. I'll be my own backdrop. Any more questions?
I think Letitia's very good at speaking in front of people. I mean, she's been on camera before. I think she's going to be able to do really, really well with it. I think easily she has the potential to win it.
There's many ways to generate electricity from the sun. And one of those ways is has two, and what it has is, within those subcontracts, I think the first actual, vehicle was a 4-wheeled motorcycle.
I suck.
A lot of people like to compare the Earth to a hard-boiled egg, but unlike a hard-boiled egg, the outside of the Earth's crust is not smooth and shiny. So let's crack it up a little bit. The oak is the core, the white part is the mantle, and the outside is the crust. And all these little, jaggedy parts are called tectonic plates.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the Richter scale is?
Well...
Just because you can't answer a question doesn't mean you're stupid. You're way better off either A, admitting you don't know the answer, or shifting the question to something else.
Well, I learned a lot about the seismograph. There's different scientists that would be in different parts of the world, and they each measured P waves and S waves, and then all the different seismographs can find the epicenter of the earthquake.
How y'all doing? I'm feeling so confident. I had my 2 note cards that were straight to the point. When the elevator's lifting up, the counterweight's losing its potential energy. I knew exactly what everything meant.
You mentioned gravitational potential energy. Can you tell us about a different kind of energy?
Correct answer, kinetic energy. We went over this, actually. She should know it.
Well, there's solar energy.
Facepalm.
Would you have to get a stronger battery to lift that Rubik's Cube up on the moon?
Maybe a weaker battery.
She technically got it right, but convinced them she was guessing.
Why do you think a weaker battery would be?
Because when I was watching TV and the men went on the moon, they kind of floated. Maybe I'll get up there one day.
Facepalm.
So how do you think they did overall? How did our group of beauties do?
Overall, we were just blown away by the high quality of all the presentations.
We put a lot of stock in people who were able to answer questions on the feet. That's when we know that you're not faking, that you really learned it.
But there was one clear winner. Who won this science challenge?
The winner is...
There was one clear winner. Who won this science challenge?
The winner is...
Oh my God. I was so nervous. I'm totally shocked right now. I knew absolutely nothing about earthquakes, and now I know a lot, so yay!
Where did you get all of that knowledge? You weren't faking it. Your demonstrations were just fabulous. The egg, what a perfect model for the Earth. If you don't mind, I would like to steal that from my class sometime. It blew me away.
The egg thing is what got them over the edge. And they even mentioned they love the egg idea. And they were asking me about boiling eggs. I told them how long to boil an egg for, the shell on and everything. So we helped them shoot myself in the foot or not.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you, it's so pretty. It's a huge accomplishment for me. I'm so excited. And now I kind of like earthquakes.
Even though I really screwed up, I actually learned something. Right now, if we talk about it, then it'd be fine.
Well, Kara, now you and Chris are both safe from elimination. There is one more immunity left. That's at the Geeks Challenge. And I will see all of you guys there later on today.
So the Geeks are going to be going on with Dr. Drew and answering romantic love advice questions on a radio talk show. I'm very apprehensive going into this one because the last official relationship I was in was when I was in the 6th grade, but that was only for a couple days.
Dispensing love advice over the radio. Could they have not tailored that any more towards my strengths?
How are you feeling about this thing?
I am the worst person to friggin' ask any of these kind of questions, so I'm kind of scared.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
How are you?
Great.
Gentlemen, you guys all ready for this?
I believe so.
Yes. I will be assessing you not on your radio skills, but on your knowledge about relationships. So the idea here is I need to see some evidence that you understand how men and women experience themselves in relationships and how different that can be. I'll be watching carefully, and we'll have you on the air in just a couple minutes. Take a deep breath. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, deep breath.
Welcome back to Dr. Live, and today, as I said, we are here with the cast of Beauty and the Geek. Our first contestant here is Matt. Matt, put those headphones on, why don't you? You're going to need to hear the callers, okay?
That would be very nice.
We call cans in this business. That's not quite the way they go on there. But
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Flip that thing down there. It's going to be okay. I promise. There you go. Let's take our first caller. She is 23, and Matt, you're going to help her out. Jay, what's going on there?
I'm in a new relationship, and we have a lot in common. But the old one, we laughed a lot. We don't.
Is
really
that a code for sex? You saying you had better sex with the old relationship? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, that's true.
Matt?
Okay, well, I studied the book a lot, but I didn't study some of the more, well, to be frank, the more sexual portions of it because I don't care about that sort of thing. I just want to date and I'll be happy. I don't want to read about all that. Well, I would say personally that laughter is a very key part of a relationship, and if you're not enjoying the time you're with someone, that's where you need to sit down.
Well, remember, Matt, laughter was a code for sex in Jay's mind. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
This now is Maurice. Maurice, what's going on?
Come on down.
My best friend's girlfriend hit on me when we were at a party the other day.
Oh, boy.
She's really hot, and I just need some advice on what to do.
Don't get involved in that.
I told Jen that the most important thing is that when a caller calls is to connect with them.
Really put yourself in Maurice's place. Would you think about it?
Come
on. Not a trick question.
It's one thing to think about it and quite another to do it.
So you'd think about it?
I'd think about anything.
Right. Savannah, you're on with Greg.
Yeah, I'm a virgin, and my boyfriend and I just decided that we're going to have sex for the first time.
How old are you?
20.
Okay, and?
And I was just wondering if I should wear thong or regular panties. What do you think guys prefer?
Nothing. I think a thong is totally cute. Yeah, I don't think I do the whole panty thing. You know, I don't know. You could just try different things. Just don't think about it too much, and don't. Yeah, just.
Well, let me paraphrase what I think I hear you saying. Just be there.
Yes.
Yes, man. Just show up.
Okay.
Hey, Jason, come on in here, have a seat.
I will now become Dr. Love Geek MC, or just Love MC squared.
Hey, Katrina, you're on with Jason. What's going on?
Hi. My boyfriend recently cheated on me with my best friend.
Cheating is normally never something you should accept, and it's unfortunate that it happened to you. It was your boyfriend and your best friend, and I think they both should know better.
Are you a single guy?
I'm a very single guy. I always get stuck in the friend zone. Girls will go on the guy, she talks to him all the time, like, I love him, I love him, I love him.
And you're the best friend, you're hanging out, you're listening to all this.
And then I'm the one you come to for all the favors, lending money, and then, you know, she says he cheated on her multiple times. I think it just resulted in her emotional breakdown.
Why do they crap on the nice guys?
Man, this is why you're the doctor.
Tracy, what's up? You're on the air.
I'm 17, and I've never been on a date, and I have a good personality. I'm just really shy.
Yeah.
How do I get a guy to ask me out?
You know, instead of approaching the situation as how do I, attack a guy and make them ask me out, I think that your best bet is to find people that you might be able to build close friendships with first. Instead of being obsessed with, going out on a date per se, if you meet people and
you get
build...
stuck in Friendville after that, though, don't you?
Yeah, I mean...
You went to MIT. Listen to the question.
Hi, yeah, me and my boyfriend were talking about having sex for the first time.
I gave her a lot of credit for even having the courage to ask that, because that's something that I wouldn't even, talk about. I understand you're nervous. I'm nervous too, helping you here, but we're going to go through this together. First, you want to make sure that you're ready to do this. I mean, this is a big decision, and you have to make sure that you're comfortable because you don't want it just to be about something physical. Do you feel that he would feel the same way about escalating this relationship?
Yes.
Okay, you're sure about that?
Yes, we've had to talk for
Okay. Well, that's important, I think, because you want to make sure it's someone that you can share this experience with.
He's right there, Ashley. Just take it in.
And just because I'm a law student, I'm going to tell you want to make sure that you're both 18 years of age or older. I'm just going to throw that one out there as well.
I could not agree with you more.
It is great to be back in the studio and great to be back around so much wonderful equipment. But that being said, let's see what we can do.
Next caller's name, Mark. What's going on there, buddy?
So like a week ago, I was over at my girlfriend's house. We were making out, and her parents walked in and caught us, and ever since then, she won't even kiss me or anything.
To a certain extent, we always look to be chaste, to be pure, but that all being said, I think you need to open up a little bit. Was anything of your person out?
We were pretty much naked.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Dr. Drew, any thoughts, or should I continue this train of thought?
Go right ahead, Joe.
Much obliged. If I were a father, I would be a little concerned if you came to me and said, hey, love conquers all, love is blind, and that's what you see on YouTube, that's what you see in vlogs, and I think that's definitely going to be put on our women in this society. Men like you and me, we're very greedy lovers, if you will. We're more about, making our tuppence work and, not necessarily about hers.
Joe, shut up. Joe messed up big time. And it's killing me because, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, we're not going to make it. I want to be here.
Well, gentlemen, well done. Not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, certainly not.
No. It really came down to two of you.
Who were the two guys that you thought really stood out?
Jason and Tom.
Let's start with Jason. What was it that you liked about what he did?
Jason was sweet and honest and clear, and he really rolled with the punches.
How about Tommy? How did he do?
Tommy did great. He was advocating, being present. He was honest. He used a good sense of humor. He connected well with the callers.
All right, well now, it's time for the moment of truth.
Well, the winner is...
I did not see that coming.
Why not?
Going into this, I felt like I was the most nervous about this. Questions about, sexual activity that I was not comfortable, even reading the book, I was getting a little uncomfortable going over that stuff.
I could not have picked up on his nerves about this. You were just in the moment, communicating with somebody, putting yourself into it.
You have the tough job of picking one team to send to the elimination room. I'll see all of you tomorrow at the staircase.
I feel like Amanda won that challenge for us, just speaking through me. And what really did it for me is she told me, really it's all about openness. You got to be open and you got to be honest, and there's no sense hiding or pretending because it's going to come out eventually.
I'm so proud of you!
You remember at the stair ceremony where we partnered up? I had the idea. I'd ask you to kiss me. I'll ask you now.
Oh my God, no.
No?
Why do you want to kiss? You have to tell me why.
At the football game, we were face to face. I was trying to put on a mean and angry face, and she was winking and blowing kisses and blatantly flirting with me. I never have before, other than cheek kisses.
Really?
Really?
Oh. Well, I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
I feel like Jim takes in everything that I try and give him. He doesn't push it away, and that just makes me so happy. I feel like he really wants to help me too. So it's just a really good feeling for two people to really want to help each other.
That was really good though. Were you scared to ask me?
Yes, somewhat.
Right now?
Yeah. Little nervous about asking. That was probably poorly timed.
No, I mean, maybe just a little bit. But that was amazing.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
I was scared to death the first 2 days I was here. And I mean, I'm still scared.
You still look scared to death.
I still am scared
Well,
to
we're
death.
going into elimination.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm pretty nervous about going to the elimination room. And that's simply because I think this is when reality becomes fake and you start to see a lot of people's personalities come out. I think one thing I might have going for me is Matt, and everyone loves Matt.
My thought is Letitia and Matt are definitely going in. We knew we had to get out strong competitors. Letitia and Matt immediately came to mind. She doesn't hang out with the girls, and a lot of the girls think that she's kind of manipulating the guys. But who can go against them? We were thinking Joe and Tara, because I feel like Joe and Tara are the strongest, and they could come back.
Letitia and Matt and Tiffany and Jim are the only two teams in which neither player has ever been on the line for elimination. So that, in my mind at least, convinces me that it's the fairest way to go.
Oh.
Well, we're trying to strategize, but you can think of it that way, that's fine.
Do you want to send Joe and Tara?
Not because we want them to go, but because we thought they were the strongest competition to beat
and come back.
Letitia and come back. I am totally dreading having to say anybody's name at the stair ceremony. I feel like I'm gonna feel so bad.
Straight up, paint a big target on yourselves and be proud of it.
And don't lose another challenge from here on out.
As I'm walking down the stairs for the stair ceremony, I can't breathe. I'm nervous, shaky, because I don't want to go home. I don't want Jim to go home.
Well, welcome to this week's stair ceremony. We're back to doing things the way we're used to doing it. That means two teams will be headed to the elimination room. Well, Kara, since you did win, who are you going to send to the elimination room?
I don't want to do this. I want to commend this couple for being such a strong competitor, and I realize they have a really strong chance of coming back tonight, but we chose Matt and Letitia.
We knew it. We knew it.
Yeah, we already knew. I feel a little bad because I definitely feel like if it wasn't for me, then Matt would be free from the elimination room. But I kind of expected it, so it's okay. I've had a little time to prepare.
Let's find out who you're going to be competing with in the elimination room. Tommy?
When it came down to it, I think the deciding factor for me was just, I tried to do it in the most fair and impartial way I could think of. One of these teams has not had a member go into the elimination room. So that left us with Jim and Tiffany. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I understand.
Nothing personal. Come back.
Tiffany, what are you thinking right now?
I just really want to come back for Jim. I don't know. I can't really talk right now.
I'm not ready to leave the house. I intend to come back.
Letitia and Matt, Tiffany and Jim, I will see the 4 of you in the elimination room. Good luck.
I'm gonna go put my jacket on and go outside and have a moment. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You want me to come?
If you want to.
Okay.
You come outside with me? If you want to stay and study, it's totally fine with me.
I gotta do one thing. Something I gotta read for you.
Me?
Yeah. I've been planning it.
It's gonna make me cry.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna fold it up, and I'm gonna give it to you. And if we don't make it out, I want you to read it.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go.
I think Matt's a wonderful person, which is why I went to him first, because I knew he was probably the most real person in the house. And it amazes me at how positive he is.
And if we stay?
It's already making me cry and I haven't even read it.
Yeah.
Matt's really good with words and poetry, and so I'm sure it's something amazing.
Hopefully we'll stay around, but just in case.
Thanks.
Jim, I'm afraid my girlfriend's cheating on me and I want to break up with her. I've heard from her friends that she sees another guy. What should I do? I went in to quiz Jim, and I think Jim's very upset at me.
Why?
I told him nothing personal, and he said, I understand it's nothing personal, but if I come back, I'm sending you in.
That's what he said?
And I was like, doesn't that mean it is personal, Jim? He goes, I do tit for tat. The way he kind of looked at me and gave me a point, he meant, if I come out, I'm sending you. I don't know, I just feel like Matt is staying very optimistic about it, and I think that's a better strategy to have.
Purely from game terms, as a matter of deterrence, if I do come out, I will have to follow a tit-for-tat strategy, and if I win, send Tommy and Amanda.
That's messed up. I can't believe that. It pisses me off.
Jim and Tiffany, Matt and Letitia, welcome to the elimination room. Here's how it's going to work. First, I'm going to ask the beauties one question about science. The first beauty to buzz in will have the opportunity to answer that question. If you get it wrong, the other beauty can answer the question. And then we'll go to the geeks. I'll ask you guys one question about relationships and romance. The team that gets 3 answers correct stays in the house, goes back upstairs, still in the game, competing for the $250,000. The losing team will have to leave the mansion immediately. Now you need to wait until I finish asking the question before you buzz in. Beauties, you're up first. Hands on your buzzers. Good luck, everybody. Here is the first question, and it is multiple choice. What is the name of NASA's telescope launched on April 24th, 1990? Hubble, Huckster, or Huxtable? Letitia.
Hubble. A.
That is correct. Okay, Letitia, you got that one right. So you and Matt have one. You need 2 more to stay in the mansion. Geeks, it's now to you guys. Hands on your buzzers. Ladies, hands on your sides. All right, guys, this question is also multiple choice. According to your Dr. Drew material, the average married couple has sex how many times a week? 1.5, 4.5, or 9 3/4? Jim.
1.5.
That is correct. You and Tiffany now have 1. It is 1 to 1. Now it's back to the beauties. Multiple choice. You will see it on the screen. What is the chemical formula for salt? H2O, NaCl, or SaLt? Letitia.
NaCl.
That is correct.
Also known as sodium chloride.
Keep going.
And it's formed basically from evaporated salt water.
It's good studying. Well, with that correct answer, Letitia, you and Matt now have 2. Which means that if Matt gets the next question correct, you guys are staying in the house, and you will send Tiffany and Jim home. It's 2 to 1. Guys, are you ready? According to your material, which of these is not specifically mentioned as a dating red flag? Living at home, wanting to have sex every day, or excessive attachment to parents? Jim.
The second one, which was wanting to have sex every day.
That is correct. Very clutch. It is now tied up at 2 apiece with Jim's correct answer. The next person to answer a question correctly stays in the house. This is a sudden death question. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the volcano that erupted in Washington State on May 18th, 1980? Letitia.
Mount St. Helens.
That is correct. Congratulations.
I'm sorry.
Well, Letitia, you answered all 3 of your questions correctly, and as a result, you and Matt are now safe from elimination. You're still in the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very hard fought. You guys studied hard, didn't you?
Yeah, all day.
He pretty much just saved my butt.
A little bit. So now, you can head back upstairs and let everybody up there know you guys are still in the game.
You will do great things. You just have to go out there and believe in yourself.
Sorry. Bye, guys.
Bye. Good luck, guys.
So Tiffany and Jim, I do have to ask you guys to leave the mansion, but good luck.
Every single geek that I met here have something so amazing, and they all have a beautiful heart. When I chose Jim to be my partner, it was really a life-changing thing for me. You can just like look in his eyes and you can see that he has such a big heart. He's so amazing.
It's been a very positive experience for me. I came into the house essentially more or less a recluse. I opened up a lot. I got to know people very well. I'm going to try to meet a lot more women. I think I'm stepping out of here much more confident, a better person.
When we partnered up, you smiled, you talked to me until 4 in the morning. You're completely different, Jim.
You convinced me to wear pajamas and deodorant. These are things that before I would just not really think about. That's really touching.
Next time on Beauty and the Geek, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
Today is Geek Makeover Day.
But there's no gain without pain. A lot of pain.
You're not scared, are you?
Find out who goes from super not to super hot in the Great Geek Makeover.
Catch America's Next Top Model this Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on the CW.